Breaking news, Bitcoin has just had this legendary cross for the first time in 3 years. It's so monumental, Bitcoin has only had 3 others in its entire history. It's a big momentum shift that you need to be up to date, and this impacts what you should be doing right now. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Steve. We cover just the facts and the charts. Hit that subscribe button. You're gonna love it here. Everyone gets into crypto to get rich. Unfortunately, 90% of people will fail at that mission. I help you get into the 10% of that elite club. Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into it. We're on the monthly chart. At the bottom of our screen is the MACD. The MACD on the monthly cross has just had a monthly cross for literally the first time since 2020. This is monumental, okay? If you rewind the clock, we also had a cross back in 2019, but that was short-lived because we had the ABC correction. This was our first bottom. This was our double bottom. However, you have to rewind the clock all the way back to 2015 to when we had an actual real one during a bear market. This happened precisely at phase 1 of the bull, which I keep saying that we're in now. Phase 1 of the bull was precisely right here as well back in 2019, and that's when we had this cross. This cross was a rarity because we had our double bottom after that COVID crash, right? So phase 1 of the bull, we generally always have a MACD cross. We've never had phase 1 of the bull without it in Bitcoin's history. So I know when I first said that Bitcoin was in phase 1 of the bull back in January, a lot of people, the high majority of people disagreed, and then I claimed it in February that we were still in phase 1 of the bull. And again, it was not a popular thing to say, but once again, men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie. On this channel, I don't try to predict what's going to happen or flip a coin or hope for the best. I just read the charts like a book. I put the charts in front of me. I am dedicated to the craft of charts. I have a lot of respect for the charts. I've been studying charts for 22 years. I love everything about the charts. I really love the charts. The MACD cross is really, really interesting. It's fascinating. We've been looking at the MACD cross on the 12-day. If you remember, the only thing I wanted for Christmas last year was a 12-day MACD cross, and we got it. We got it earlier than Christmas time. Why the 12th day? The 12th day just gives us foreshadowing of what the 2-week chart is going to do without any false signals. Okay, so simply put, if you put the 12-day on, we have these MACD crosses every single time that the market has already bottomed. 2020, we had this MACD cross after we bottomed. 2019, we had this MACD cross after we bottomed. And if you go back in time, 2015, we had a MACD cross here after the market had already bottomed. So we had that MACD cross here after the market had already bottomed. So that's when we said, look, guys, men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie, the bottom is in. And 85% of humans disagreed with us. But again, we have to give respect to the charts. And the MACD cross helped us get there. And now we're at this monthly MACD cross, which is really, really interesting. So as we break it down, what we know for a fact is in 2015, after we had this MACD cross, Bitcoin rose 5,000%. Not debatable. This is a bona fide fact. 2019, after we had this MACD cross, Bitcoin rose by 400%. Bona fide fact. 2020, after we had this MACD cross, Bitcoin rose by 600%. 600 to the top, 400 to the top. So you can see where we're at in the cycle, okay? We're not at a similar part like here, even though this was technically phase 1 of that bull cycle, and we went sideways for a bunch of months. But phase 1 of the bull, we reach a cycle high, and then things get quite boring. We build incredibly strong market structure that sits on top of our prior resistance. Our prior resistance we use as our future support. It happens in every single structure. Case in point right here. Look at this structure that we built. It sat right on top of our previous resistance. This structure right here was our previous resistance. That new market structure sat right on top of our previous resistance, and we built that strong market structure to help us propel into that bull cycle. And we use this MACD cross to help us understand, right? You can see what happens with the MACD cross, right? When the blue line is on top, price goes up. When the red line is on top, price goes down. When you start to see that transition, is you start to see this dark green, which is really, really powerful, change to this light green. Whenever you see that inflection point of the change, you know that cross is coming. You can see the candles get smaller and smaller, and they're no longer dark green. That's when you start to say, okay, we're about to have a MACD cross down. And it happens when these things get so small that it drops down and you have this MACD cross, right? Okay, this is called the histogram, right? And then you have this red. The red is really strong, powerful downward action. When you see that red start to move to light red, then you say, okay, we're in this transition. We're getting closer to having this MACD cross back up. How do you know when it's going to happen? Look at the size of the histogram. When these things start to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, you know, okay, we're getting real close, right? We're no longer this dark red. The dark red is really powerful action to the downside. You start to switch to this light red and getting smaller. Okay, we're in the money. We're starting to have a cross back up. And then boom, the whole thing repeats. We start to get into this dark green, and you want to remain dark green. You don't want to mess with this light green. You might have 1 or 2 candles of light green. Okay, we can deal with that. Those are called corrections inside in the bull run, but you don't want to switch to this light green candles from this huge structure here, right? So you can see where are we at right now. The histogram was huge red, huge downward action. Again, orange on top, price goes down. Price has gone down this whole time. You can see what happened here. Then we started to switch to this light red. Light red, okay, that transition period. It's no longer heavy red. We're getting that light red. We're about to have that MACD cross back upwards. When does it happen? When the histogram candles get so small, there's nowhere else to go. Boom, happened right here. Okay, so here we are, our MACD cross, first in 3 years. We talked about percentage-wise what the last 3 did. We've got to be relatively excited about this. However, we have to be honest with ourselves. We're in phase 1 of the bull. Phase 1 of the bull is relatively boring. What does it do? It builds structure. What structure? Look at the structure that we're building here. What is this structure doing? The structure is sitting on top of our prior resistance. Look at our prior resistance zones here. This is all our prior resistance zones of the bottom of the market, the first bottom and the second bottom. This is what our resistance zone is, and we're sitting right on top of that. We're building our structure right on top of that. We're stair-stepping our way up, and this is a good sign. If we did it similar to 2019, we built no structure, which is why this rally was very short-lived. We cannot have rallies like that. We've got to systematically look at the structure and build our structure out for a healthy rally into that bull run. And that's precisely what we're doing. Right on schedule. We've got this MACD cross, okay? Everything that Bitcoin has been doing for the last 10 months has been precisely on schedule. Nothing is out of the ordinary. Literally, nothing is out of the ordinary. Everything is right on schedule, and we're looking beautiful. This is phase 1 of the bull. So if you're on the sidelines right now and you've been watching my channel, you know, and you're still relatively new and you're like, okay, Steve said we just took over this structure. Steve said the super guppy is about to flip green. We just had this cross. You know, we've got the 3-day golden cross, and you're still on the sidelines. It's time to wake the hell up. We're in phase 1 of the bull. Wake the hell up. Don't sit on the sidelines. I kept telling you when we were at 15,000, it's more risky to be out of Bitcoin than in Bitcoin, okay? If you're really here to make money, as I mentioned in the last video, you've got to be honest with yourself. 90% of the people will fail in crypto because of greed and because of emotion, okay? That's it. That's it. The only way to remove emotion is to get a strategy. The only way to get a strategy is wake the hell up. You don't have a strategy right now. Buying and then hoping for the best and maybe buy later when the feeling is right, that's not a strategy. You have to wake the hell up. You have to. Otherwise, you're going to keep producing the same results. And I guarantee when we were on the way up last time, you were buying more. You were not taking profits, and you didn't take profits to this day. And you're still hoping for the best. That's not a strategy. What I teach in my courses is a strategy. My strategy that's dominated Bitcoin. I've minted millionaires with my strategy, and you could be next. But you have to wake the hell up. You have to be honest with yourself that you don't have a strategy. You have to be honest with yourself that emotion has gotten the best with you. Unless you're honest with yourself, nothing will ever change. If you don't believe emotion has gotten the best of you, nothing will change for you. I hate to be that honest with you, but that's a bona fide fact. If you're like, nah, Steve, I can control my emotion. No, you can't. Look at your results, unless you're a millionaire right now and you've done very well in this recent move and you are selling near the top and you are buying back near the bottom, which I highly doubt you did, then you need to listen to what I'm saying. I can help you get there. It's not that difficult. I can help you step by step. That's what my courses do. That's what I'm best known for. And just to be clear, some people will get my courses confused with the FFA. Those are two different products. The FFA is a monthly membership. My courses walk you step by step through trading. Exactly when to buy, exactly when to sell, with a systematic step-by-step. Whether you're 5 years old or 105, you'll be able to follow the strategy. It's simple, it's clear, it's dominating. You can go read more about it at Crypto Crew University, but it's time to wake the hell up. Hopefully this got through to you. I know what it feels like to be in those shoes. I was just like you. I really thought I knew what I was doing. Back when I was trading in high school and in college, I really believed I knew what I was doing. I convinced myself the next trade, I'm going to make that back up. The next trade, I'm going to look for this chart pattern. I'm going to look for the head and shoulders. I'm going to look for the cup and hand. I'm going to look for this ascendant triangle. I'm going to look for this candle and that candle. I convinced myself I knew what I was doing. I had no idea. I tricked myself. And you're probably tricking yourself now, convincing yourself. Look at your portfolio. That's a fact. If you knew what you were doing, your portfolio wouldn't look like that. That's the only thing I can tell you. And I hope that wakes you up, because once you wake up, this market, we're in phase 1 of the bull. You can make all your money back in this phase of the bull. But if you convince yourself that you'll do it without any help, you're effed. I guarantee it. You'll repeat the same mistakes. I guarantee it, because I was you. So it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs.
I was losing bad.
I was just investing my money and just throwing it into the abyss. And now with Steve's plan, I'm actually up 32,000 right now.
It was so easy to understand. I learned so much.
It really works if you follow the principles.